Are you harnessing the power of data that's right at your fingertips to make some better decisions? Chances are you're not. But if you did, you can actually grow your business by up to 49% in less than 2 weeks. Don't believe me? Here's a perfect example of what you can do when you know exactly where to look for the data. Take that and study it and make some slight changes to what you're currently doing in your marketing efforts, and you can actually grow a business again by up to 49% in less than 2 weeks. Here's a perfect example. I was working with a client here recently where they came to me and they just felt that they were stuck. They were kind of going along. They were doing fine, but they just couldn't break through a few things. And so we sat down and chatted, and I had a chance to dig into their data and again, just gave them a fresh set of eyes at things, because I'm doing this every day in my M&A work where we're helping digital businesses grow and get ready to a spot where they want to sell their asset, they can get the most money for that. And that's really what you should be doing as a business owner anyway. So in this example here, as I look at my screen, they have a Shopify, it's an e-commerce store, and they did about $8,000 in this period of time, which were just less than 2 weeks here. This is back in July 31st to August 12th. And they are running some advertising, some paid advertising, which is good. And if you look at their ad spend here at this same time period, not a lot, but a little bit, $1,300 for this less than 2 week period. And while Facebook's reporting is not as accurate as it used to be, they're still getting a return of 1.43. So I always take that with a grain of salt nowadays. It's giving you an idea if in general it's working. And in this case here, it's showing that it's clearly working, but you have to kind of do things more piecemeal. But again, if I'm spending $1,300 and I'm making $8,000, that's a pretty good return. I want to keep going, but they felt like they were stuck. So what we did was we made some changes to their ad spend and what they're doing from a funnel perspective, which they were not doing. And again, it's just by looking at the data. So I'm gonna look at the same time period now, end of August here to the 12th of September. And when you look at this time period, we've grown by just under $4,000 by making 2 minor changes to what they're doing. That's a 49% increase in less than 2 weeks by making 2 minor changes. And if you look at their ad spend, yes, they did increase their ad spend slightly, but not by a lot. If you look at the same time period here from the 31st to the 12th, same amount of days, 13 days to be exact, they increased their spend to $2,100, which is only $797 increase. So they increased their ad spend by just about $800, but their revenue went up by $3,900. And it's because we looked at some data, we made some changes, made some modifications to a funnel that they were not taking advantage of, and we got results like this. So I see this time and time again because business owners will come to me looking to either sell their assets or grow their assets so they can sell it at some point down the road and they get the most money for this. But they're so in the trenches, they're so stuck in the weeds that they can't see what they can't see. And it just takes a fresh set of eyes to come in and look at some things. And I just look at data and numbers. And to me, some things are so plainly obvious, as this case was. And again, we just made 2 minor changes, and this is less than 2 weeks. So now start to compound this. Here we are in the fall of 2023. If you take these results, you start to increase some of these things going into the holiday season, which is their biggest time of year. These guys are going to have some phenomenal results. So if you'd like to have results like this, or would like to have a fresh set of eyes look at your digital business, whether it's an e-commerce business, a SaaS business, an affiliate website, or an app business, it's all relative because it's just data and numbers and looking at some things and taking a closer look at your marketing efforts and seeing what you're doing right and seeing where you can make some improvements. Because every time I've had a conversation like that, I've always uncovered some opportunities for businesses. So if you'd like to have growth of up to 49% in less than 2 weeks, go ahead and drop a comment below or send me a DM. We can set up a time to chat and take a look and try to get you some growth like this. All right, thanks.